What's going on, guys? Scott D in Power Building Fitness back here with another video, doing a little commentary over a workout video for you guys. So this is my typical upper day at the moment. So my upper day is going to consist of chest, starting off with bench press, back, shoulders, biceps and triceps. And what you're seeing here was this day I was actually in kind of a weirdly bad mood, and I was like, yeah, let's go heavy on the bench press for some stupid ass reason, and being a complete mong that I am, tried to go really heavy on the bench press, and even though I'm in a deficit, and went off my program and just being an absolute stupid head. So 105 you seen there was the first set, and my brother brought the bar out too far and my bar path was off, and I dropped the weight on my chest and I got it up and it was absolutely horrible. And then we jumped up to 112.5 kilo to try and hit a new tap and go pure. Didn't happen at all. And then I dropped it down to 107.5 and was like, yeah, I'll hit this for like a double or something. And then what you see there, what happened was my brother or me loaded the plates heavier on the left hand side and it was lighter on the right hand side, so it completely screwed me over. And I was like, oh whatever, I'll just drop it to 100 kilo and do double paused, and as you'll see here, I'll get one rep and then I don't get the second rep. So overall it was a horribly bad, craply worst day you will ever have in the gym. But the reason why I put this workout up and wasn't going to like put it away like some YouTubers or some people be like, oh, I'm not putting this workout, but it was completely horrible, because I'm showing you is like you can make bad decisions, and I don't want people to make decisions like I've made. So if you're on a program, stick to the goddamn program. Don't try and go heavy, especially on the bench when you're on a cut. And just, if you're having a bad day, just calm down and just think logically, okay, I'm having a bad day, let's move lighter weights today. As you see there, the last set I just dropped it to 90 kilo and hit a triple pause. And then like, because how bad I done on the bench, my mentality brought over onto dumbbell press, and I was like, yeah, let's go heavy again. And you see these are 37s and a half, so I believe here, are they? 37.5 kilos. And like you can see here, it's horrible, the form. I'm not coming down enough to even target my shoulders. Like, I don't come down enough in any way on shoulder press. Like, I don't like coming down all the way to my shoulders. I like coming down parallel or slightly below parallel, but as you can see here, I'm like barely coming down and breaking my shoulders past parallel, and this isn't the form that you want to be using at all. I was just trying to shift the weight and not really get an isometric contraction on my muscles, and just like just overall keep tension on them and build. For some reason, as I said, I was in such a horrible mood for some reason, and that's one thing I want to talk about. You shouldn't let your mood dictate the way your workout's gonna go. Okay, some days you could be feeling absolutely shit and have a bad workout, but you should allow your workout to be able to adapt to the way that you're doing. So I dropped it to 32s and a half here, kilo dumbbells, and still the form, like I'm looking back here and it's just, I'm like, what are you doing? 1 or 2 reps maybe are breaking, but I was just trying to push the weight. So after this, I kind of got the mentality in, alright, I have a few back exercises, one shoulder and a few tricep, bicep left to do. I'm not going to go heavy, I'm going to go really light and really contract my muscles. I am on a cut, and I need to just realise that if I'm having a shit day, I can't just come into the gym and expect to just like smash weights, and do you know what I mean? I need to stick to my plan, especially on a cut, and just like, you know, stick to the reps, hit the reps, and just like overall keep my form good. Don't throw the form out the window just because I'm having a bad day. Like, I shouldn't let that ruin my workout completely. So as I said, after these dumbbell shoulder presses, I kind of scaled it back a bit, and you know, just looked at myself and was like, you know what, I'm gonna turn the rest of this bad workout into a good workout. So that's another thing I want to talk about. You know, just because you're having a bad workout doesn't mean you can't turn it into a good workout. So here we're moving on to a chest movement. So we done bench press for our shoulder, we done bench press for our chest movement, which is also our main powerlifting movement for the day. We then done our another sort of compound movement for shoulders, which on this day is dumbbell press. Then we moved on to the second chest exercise here, which is just some cable flies. So as you can see here in cable flies, I like to keep fairly upright, and just like a normal fly, you want to keep your elbows slightly bent, come not all the way back, but enough to get a full stretch, and come all the way forward, pause for about a second and a half at the top, and really get that squeeze in your chest, bringing the humerus all the way across, and these flies are one of the main things for chest development. If you're lagging, as I always say, a good program, especially a good chest day, should always have a flat, an incline, and a fly to fully develop your pecs and to get really nice solid developed pecs. So I believe here I can't believe, what did I do? Let's say here 20s either side. I kept it really light and I just kept the contraction the whole time on my chest, and done like 15 to 20 reps. And then here same, these are some machine side lateral raises to hit side deltoids. So what I done on here, you can see this is a long clip. So I done 4 sets of these, and what I done was I put it on a lightweight I could get 20 reps for. I took between 20 to 30 seconds rest, and then I went straight into a set. 20 to 30 seconds rest, straight into a set. So this is another way of making a lightweight heavy. So as I said, if you're having a bad day and you're like, oh, I don't want to lift a lot of weight, but you still want to get a really good workout in, you can do stuff like this. Like, I believe it was only like 15 on this machine, and I hit a set of 20, done like 20 second, 30 second rest, and then hit a set of 20, 20 second, 30 second rest, and I've done this for 4, and it really does add up. By the time, as you'll see here, like my 3rd or 4th set, I really am feeling the burn, and it's a good way of making a lightweight heavy and difficult for yourself. So I really suggest trying this out. As I said, on this day I wasn't in the mood of obviously lifting a lot of heavy weight. Well, I was at the start of the workout, but because of what happened to the workout, you know, I just decided to do stuff like this. And sometimes I like throwing stuff like this into my training. I find it makes my training a lot more fun, because you can't just, in my opinion, just keep coming in and hitting the same things week after week, day after day, because it really does get, I know for me, repetitive and boring. Some people may like that much structure, but sometimes I like, you know, throwing in things like this. As I said, I don't normally do these, but on this day I was like, let's go ahead. I think I've seen some other YouTuber, I think Lex from Lex Fitness does a lot of type training like this. I believe he does a lot of rest pause where he'll do reps, you know, and then he'll wait 10, maybe 15 seconds to do more reps. And it's another way of having structuring your workout and just having a better and more fun workout and changing it up. And it also, you know, it kind of surprises your muscles, because they're, over time they will adapt and get used to your programming. Especially, that's why programs are only normally 6-12 week programs, and then you change the exercises, you know. It's just kind of to shock your muscles. So if your muscle is used to doing 4 sets, maybe a 2-minute rest in the sets, if you do things like this, you really do feel it in your muscles after. So this is the last shoulder exercise we're doing for the day, and here we're moving on to back. So as I said, it's an upper day, so you're doing all the upper muscles. So this day just consists of 2 row movements, and because of my other day I do 2 pull movements, 1 row. So this day I do 2 row movements. So as you see here, you have seen this before, guys. So this is just a wide grip cable row. And what I do is I sit on a dumbbell, and I've explained this before, but for people who are new to the channel, I'm going to explain again why I like to do this. So when you're sitting just on the bench, you think you're pulling more towards your chest, hitting upper back. And when you sit in the dumbbell, you're changing the angle, you're pulling lower, more towards your belly button. And me just fixing the camera here, you're pulling more towards sort of your belly button, lower area, just below the chest, and you're targeting lower down your back. Especially with this wide grip cable row, you're targeting the bottom of the lats, but you're targeting the width of the lats, so you're targeting all the way out on the side of the lats because of the grip width all the way out there. And overall, this is one of my favorite back exercises. So you can see it here. What you do is you just set a dumbbell up on a bench. I think this is a between 22 and 20 kilo dumbbell. So obviously, the bigger the dumbbell, the higher the angle is. The smaller the dumbbell, the less angle is. I have to use a 22 because my ass is really fat. So it's the only thing I can really sit on. So I think what you're seeing here on what I done on these was, I believe I done like a heavy set of 8, then like 10 or 12, or I pyramided up. This is normally what I like to do on back. Since I've been cutting my back movements, I've been either say doing a heavy set of 8 and then heavy, or lowering the weight, doing a set of 10, then a set of 12, lowering the weight, you saw a set of 15, and then on the last set doing sort of a drop, a set all the way down, burning out type set. Or I'll start with a lightweight, do 15 reps, then increase it, do 12, and then increase it, do 10, increase it, do 8, and then maybe do as many as I can, or drop it back down and rep it out. So this is the second back movement of the day, and as I said, it's another type row. So this is just across from the other row. So it's the same thing. We have a 22.5 kilo dumbbell just sitting up here on the bench, and this is a different angle. So this is close grip, so you're hitting more lower back, but this is targeting more of your inner back than the width of your lats, and so you're overall getting a full back development. And these two exercises is what I mainly put on my back, basically grown in the past year, because my back has come up tremendously, and these are the two exercises I always put in on a back day. So from there we move on to arms. So the first thing we're moving on to is just biceps. So this thing I've showed on the channel before, and this is sort of an isolation curl. A lot of people like to do it on the preacher curl. You can see it here on the left behind me. But I prefer, so you bend over like you're doing a sort of a bent over row with a dumbbell, and you just let your arm hang. You bring it all the way up, you're alternating, so you're turning all the way out towards the outer head, just towards your side delt, and you're getting a good nice contraction in your biceps. So this works the inner head of your biceps. So what you want to do is, you don't want to go a heavy weight, you want to make sure you're using a light weight here and getting the contraction all the way. So you're coming all the way down, you're pausing a bit at the bottom, you're coming all the way up, you're twisting, you're alternating your arm all the way out towards your delt, and you're getting a contraction the whole way in your biceps. And so we supersetted that weight, as you can see here. These are dumbbell skull crushers. So I've recently only started throwing these in, and these are just an alternating version of, alternate version of just a bar skull crusher. So it's basically the same principle. You just grab two dumbbells and you do the exact same thing as you would a skull crusher. So you keep your elbows, as you can see there, nice and sort of 90-degree angle. You come all the way down towards your skull and you come back up, and this works the long head of the tricep, which is also, as I've said before, is the biggest part of the arm. So if you want to bring up your arms, you want to start working your triceps, because your triceps are the biggest part of your arm, and especially your long head is the biggest part of the arm. So we're just showing here another angle of the bicep curl. So once again, as I said, you don't want to go heavy on these, and I believe I done 15 to 20 reps either side and either set here. So we done 4 sets of these and 4 sets of the skull crushers, anywhere from 15 to 20 reps with a lightweight 10 kilos here. And I believe in the skull crushers I done 6 kilo, and we superset. So we done a set of these, and then we grabbed the dumbbells right in front of me there, lied down, done skull crushers, waited about 30 seconds or so, and made the workout quite intense by taking short breaks between. So shown here from another angle as well is another set of skull crushers, so you can see exactly where I'm bringing it down. I'm bringing it all the way down to my forehead, and some people like to bring it behind their head a tiny bit more. It relieves less pressure on their elbows and stuff like that. But I prefer it coming just straight to my forehead and coming back up. I've also noticed that I get less pressure in my elbows, because sometimes when I do skull crushers, I do get sort of a pain in my elbow, so sort of tendonitis type thing. But when I do them with the dumbbells, it allows me to freely move and not get that issue. So from there we're moving on to the second tricep movement. Considering we were just on the bench, I decided, you know, I'll just go ahead and knock out triceps. So this is another long head movement. So on the other day we do 2 short head tricep movements and 1 long head, and today to finish off we just do 2 long head tricep movements. So this is just an over one hand behind the neck, I suppose, extension, tricep extension. So you grab a light dumbbell, once again I believe this is 10 kilos, and you bring the dumbbell all the way between the middle of your shoulder blades. You want to bring the dumbbell coming down till it's touching about your shoulder blades, and you want to come up, get that extension as much as you can. You won't be able to fully extend your arm because the way your arm is, it's quite restricted, but you come down as much as you can, and as I said, it works the long head of the tricep, which once again is the biggest part of the arm, and you want to be working it as much as you can. So here we're finishing off with some just cable curls for our biceps. So once again, as I said, this working the inner head of the bicep, because we have 2 inner heads today, 2 outward the other day, 1 inner and 2 inner today. So this is going to conclude my typical full upper workout. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed so far. Keep pushing, we'll get to that 500 reps, and as I said, I'll do the 500 rep challenge. Yeah, so thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Goodbye for now.